here's a really interesting piece of analysis to put into your Blood Brothers essays. So I've given you here the names of two central characters, juxtaposing characters really, Mrs. Johnston and Mrs. Lyons. Now, one thing I like to talk about is their names. Remember, names are never accidental in literature. They always have intent behind them. If we take firstly Mrs. Johnston, now we can break that down into two words, John and Stone. Now, John is a very common name. She is of course a representation of the working classes. So therefore, this kind of use of John emphasizes her common nature, as it were. But the key thing is the final part of her name, Stone. You see, she is precious, like a precious stone. She is this very good-natured character who is forced into a very difficult situation, but nonetheless, we value her power and her precious nature. Now, contrast that with Mrs. Lyons. You'll know that Lyons here is a homophone for lion. Now, what are lions? They are predators. They hunt. We can make the argument, couldn't we, that Mrs. Lyons in some ways hunts Mrs. Johnston down, almost forcing her through manipulation, through coercion, in order to give away one of her children. So this is a really interesting way of analysing these two important characters in a new and exciting way. Follow me for more English content just like this.